Alright, guys. Welcome to the new Unearthed commentary we got going on. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
Yeah, man. So we're kind of on a mission to review a bunch of these Unearthed films and all that. So we figured
Yeah.
Darkside of the Moon technically, I think, released or street dated yesterday? Or
Yeah.
the day before, maybe?
I think it was yesterday,
No, it was
yeah.
yesterday, yeah. But I mean, I got this thing, like, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I got mine about a week ago or so, and hell, mine was from Amazon.
Yeah, man. Isn't it a trip how, like, times have changed? Releases, like, you had to get them on release day. Now, like,
Yeah.
it's almost once the release day happens, it's like old news, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I always remember there was a store used to be near me, and they always sold whatever they got. They sold as soon as it came in, they put it up for sale.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of like what Grindhouse does. And I remember I got The Dark Knight. I got it 2 months before street date.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I mean, I think, people have started to realize it's like, come on. They're made, get them out there.
Yeah, I wish Walmart
You know?
and, like, Amazon would follow suit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you literally can't buy, like, a new release at Walmart until midnight of that day.
Yeah, and then, if there's like a lazy person working there, they won't have them out yet.
Oh, yeah. Or they'll just tell you, yeah, we don't have it. It's like,
Yeah,
bitch,
come
I
back
know
tomorrow.
you have it.
hmm
But anyways. But yeah, and then I also realized too, for people listening, we are going to have a commentary for Sacrifice. I thought we had already done one, but looking at that playlist, we blanked on Sacrifice for some reason.
Yeah, we did. We'll definitely have to get that done. That's one I'm not looking forward to rewatching.
Yeah.
Just because it's a hard movie to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. I mean, it won't be like this week or next week, but it'll be in the near future. Because
Yeah, definitely.
we do have on the docket coming up, we're obviously going to review Purgatory Road when we get that.
Yep.
And then once you get Torment and watch it, we're going to have a commentary on that for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm thinking once I do the Unnameable, if you're game, we might as well do a commentary on the Unnameable also.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I mean, it's a fun little movie.
Yeah, man. So, all right.
Yep.
So we got the movie here. You ready to hit play?
Yep.
All right, man. 3, 2, 1, play.
Play, damn it. It's not playing. Stupid controller.
So is yours playing yet? I got mine paused on the Wild Street Pictures Presents.
Oh yeah, I'll just get to that. Come on. The wonders of technology.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
So
Okay.
what are you paused on the Wild Street Pictures?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to hit play in
Yep.
1, 2, 3, play. All right.
Yeah.
Dude,
I kind of
this-
dig this opening.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
I'm just going to do the theme song real quick. Tell me if you can guess.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun.
for sure.
Yep.
Terminator, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of when I was watching it. It was like, I was just envisioning Terminator 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see it. It's a really neat, like, opening because it completely sort of foreshadows the storyline.
Yeah. When
You know?
when this main actor comes into frame, I want you to I want you to like think about who he looks like. And when I tell you who I think he looks like, dude. like,
Okay.
When I was watching it, it almost took me out of the movie because I kept thinking like, damn, like you'll see once he pops in.
Yeah.
Anyways, also, did you know that an actor from The Shining is in this movie?
Yeah, it's this guy.
The
This
bartender?
Joe Turkel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his last role. He died before it
Oh, really?
came out. Yeah. Bit
So
of a
when you
shame.
look this movie up on IMDb, are there any like facts or anything, or I mean,
There's-
this movie's so underground or whatever you call it. you know?
There's one fact that it was filmed over a month
Really?
between like September and like January, February, March. It's like February to March in the
Yeah.
year that it was made.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. You know what I've realized, or I've noticed too, watching this particularly,
Yeah.
that direct-to-video or indie films back then
Hmm.
just looked so much better than indie films now. And I think it's because they were filmed on actual film, and that makes
That's
any
probably
budget
true.
look good, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the budget for this was 1,200,000.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it was a pretty decent budget. Well, for 1990.
See, I haven't listened to the Stephen Biro commentary on this thing because
Yeah,
he's with
I
the
haven't
producer.
yet either.
But like I wonder if this was originally intended for a theatrical release or if this was intended to
It,
be direct to video from the beginning.
I don't know. It might have been. I mean, well, I mean, it is shot in widescreen, so I mean, it's obviously like theatrical format, and I just love that. The year 2022. It's like 3 years away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a galaxy far, far away.
exactly.
Uh,
I just love it that like pretty much every space movie starts out the same way.
oh yeah. It's
You
to the
know,
point where I don't even read it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, not even that. I mean, just like, like we'll get it right now with the ship coming into view and everything. It's totally Star Wars.
Oh yeah. And Alien.
Yeah. And Event Horizon and just like
Dude,
about
this
every other.
event. Is there a commentary on that Event Horizon Blu-ray?
I
Do you
think so,
remember?
yeah. I think
He
there
had
is.
to have been. He had to have got that plot from this movie.
It's so similar that, yeah, at
Event
the very
Horizon could
least,
technically be a remake of this.
it could. Yeah.
This is the first scene on this where I was like, damn, this Blu-ray actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Like this ship.
Yeah.
Because I gotta be honest with you, when I heard that this was never released on DVD, like it
Yeah.
was like relegated to VHS,
Yeah.
I was expecting like complete shit, dude. Like I was
I know.
expecting to see wires bringing the thing in and all that. Like,
Yeah. Well, it throws up some serious red flags, but this is just one of those movies I think that's just, it was forgotten.
yeah. I remember
You know,
reading, I think in like Horror Hound or
Yeah.
Rue Morgue, there was an article in one of them where it was like films we most want on Blu-ray that were never on DVD. And
Yeah.
this was like one of the top 3 ones
I believe
on it. And like one of them was like Edge of the Axe, and
Mm.
then, like Fade to Black, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this dude doesn't remind you of a certain actor.
Oh,
Not
wait, which
him,
one?
the one
The
with the
young...
mullet.
He looks a bit like MacGyver, honestly.
Dude, he looks
At
to
least to
me,
me.
he's like a splitting image of Chris O'Donnell.
Oh my god, I
You know
totally see
Robin?
it.
Dude, he looks
Yeah.
just like him. Like, I had to actually pause this when I was watching it and look it up to make sure Chris O'Donnell wasn't in this.
I definitely see it. I definitely see it. Oh man. I just love that. Like all these sparks are going off and, you know,
Yeah.
and smoking away in a oxygen-rich environment.
Yeah. And I like how if you compare this to Alien, like this does look so much lower budget than Alien though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. And I mean, well, the thing is, you're going to get the comparisons. It's just the nature of space horror, isn't it?
Yeah.
You
and this
have
almost
to
feels
compare it.
this almost like has the vibe of like Bruno Mattei directed this or something. You know what I mean? Where they
Yeah.
lift like complete scenes like this. I mean, this is
Yeah.
from Alien. Instead of the room with all the lights and the computer, it's just
Yeah.
this woman sitting in a chair.
What I want to know is why do you think they just threw in like an android because it's like, well, Alien had an android.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this
Yeah.
is even the same thing. Remember, I think a little bit later, Chris O'Donnell tries to like get access to this woman, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
access denied, blah blah blah. And it was like the
Yeah.
same exact thing they did in Alien.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's one of those things, like, if you're going to rip off a movie, you can do worse than rip off Alien.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
it's been ripped off so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I
One,
forget the name of the movie, Shocking Dark. It's
yeah.
the same thing.
What I like about this though is this doesn't look like a futuristic ship, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like how in Alien, how the ship was, just like a essentially like a dump truck,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Same
these are
basic
like
idea.
blue collar, basically
Yeah.
space truckers.
Yeah. And it just kind of works. I find I like that more than I like the, you know, like shining like Star Trek type spaceships.
Yeah.
Because
No.
these look like, things would serve a purpose.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, because you've seen the
Mm.
unnameable disc.
Yeah.
Is the transfer better on this than unnameable, or is unnameable better looking?
I think they're about the same, really. They're
Yeah.
both very solid releases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what else I've noticed about this film too, and this scene right
mhm.
here kind of does it. Like this, I feel like this is Argento inspired too. Like there's a lot of scenes where the color palettes, there's a lot of like purples or, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
I can
pinks.
see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah. I love that shot, just the light coming through the holes, you know?
Yeah, that's like kind of what made me think of it in a
Yeah.
moment.
What I dig about this movie is the fact, none of these characters are like really annoying.
Yeah,
I mean that guy, the guy with the beard there, he's kind of annoying. He's kind of like a jerk, but he's still kind of like endearing as well.
yeah, but his role's so small. The Turkle guy, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I don't know if it's just the cut of his face or what, but I remember I didn't really like him in The Shining, but
yeah,
and this dude right here reminds me of, remember in Zodiac where um the guy who they thought was the Zodiac killer, that big fat, or he's heavy and he's like real
yeah,
tall, and he was
yeah,
also in Channel Zero, the
yeah,
second season. That guy reminds
yeah.
me of him.
I see it. Yeah, I find it just funny that he's here. He's like, all the others look like, yeah, they could be space things, but you know, the guy just doesn't look like he belongs there.
I do want his glasses though.
Oh man.
Like, dude, how much pussy you think I'd get with them glasses?
Well, if
I'm just
people weren't if people weren't confusing you for like Jeffrey Dahmer or something, maybe, because
Yeah,
those are
let's
totally
do it
Dahmer
like,
glasses.
yeah, yeah.
I love this. He just stands up like, I'm gonna have to start throwing fists here.
Yeah, man. Dude, this mullet should have got its own credit.
It should, yeah. Well, I think they paid like $62,000 for like wardrobe and hair or something. So
Really?
yeah, it's one of the features is the cost breakdown, budgetary breakdown, and I guess it's translated from like a Japanese budget thing or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know that scene they had just showed with that ship going towards the moon?
yeah,
It seems like that where I was like, wow, like really impressed, like that butt shot.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it seems like that where I'm like real impressed with like how this movie's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I said, I was expecting to see fishing line make the
yeah.
ship fly across.
Well, I mean, I guess it's the sort of thing. I mean, stuff like this, can be done well and it can be done crappy.
Yeah.
And this has done a really good job.
Now, what would
You
you
know,
recommend for like a double feature with this besides Alien?
Event Horizon.
Well, yeah. That's the
Yeah,
yeah,
simply because they're
it's
like
the
the
same
same movie.
story.
Yeah. Um,
It's almost, it
I
would
don't
be a
know.
good double feature, like watch this and then Event Horizon right after.
Yeah, and essentially look at it like as if it's a remake.
Yeah, and shameless plug for people listening, we do have a commentary for Event Horizon, oddly enough.
Indeed, we do.
Yeah, so you'll have to link that in the description for this.
Yeah, for sure. I just love that. Everything else is breaking, but the time to impact sign isn't.
And it's 2022, and this is their graphics.
Yeah.
That's what I love about old movies that take place in the future.
Oh yeah, it's like the future, and it's like in the year 2000, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Where if they were to make this movie
bitch,
now,
we were there. It was
yeah,
nothing like that.
if they were to make this movie now, it'd be like holograms and everything.
Yeah. This is
Who doing,
something I
cooking
kind
up
of
his
dig.
heroin?
Yeah. I just kind of dig, the idea that, like, it's getting cold.
Yeah.
It's just something a lot of things just don't, they don't bring that up. I love that there's that bird on
I
that.
didn't even notice that the first time I saw that.
I know that has to be a shout out to Aliens
Oh.
or Alien, whichever one it's on.
Yeah, I was about to say too. I'm expecting one of them to like have a chest burster come out.
Yeah, well, yeah, we do kind of have that.
Look at Turkle thinking he was gonna get some from her. It's
I
like,
know.
dude, out of all these people, you're the last one.
Yeah. Oh. I
There's
just
even
love
little
that.
chicks, like little plastic chicks or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even notice that first view.
Yeah. It's one of those. It has to be a shout out.
Oh yeah, but of
It has to be.
They're a lot cheaper than the one they used in Alien.
Oh yeah, it doesn't move. Oh man. And I just love this. They're all wrapped up in like winter coats and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, yeah, we don't have like redundancy systems to fix the heating, so we'll just put our coats on.
Yeah. Do you know if this movie was like, do you remember this coming out in 1990 or no?
I remember
Or was it 90
seeing
or 93?
It was 90.
Okay.
Well, it was made in 90. As to when it was released, I'm not sure. I remember seeing the VHS of this. I remember that cover, like with the eyes and everything.
Yeah.
But I never rented it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I would have seen it when it came out. Like if it would have blew me away more,
Yeah. I think it very probably would have.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the thing with like older movies, of course. When you see them when they first come out, a good example is.
What I was saying is, I wish I would have seen this before Event Horizon, to where this concept would have really blew me away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, he does look a lot like Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, dude. Like, it started bugging me.
I wonder if he's related somehow.
I don't know.
Maybe his like third cousin twice removed or something.
I like that camera shot too. They do that multiple times, and it
Yeah.
will be a close up of a face.
Yeah. I just love this. It's like, initiate docking procedure. Who initiated the docking procedure?
Dude, it almost pisses me off how much he looks like Chris O'Donnell.
Oh man. He looks a bit like that. What's his name? That Michael Weatherly or whatever guy. He used to be on NCIS.
I never watched that show.
He was like he did some other show like where he played like a lawyer or something. But he has a very similar look as well. Maybe they're all related. They all link back to Kevin Bacon. That's what it is. Kevin Bacon is the progenitor of mulleted, action movie people.
If you want to, have you heard of a movie called Stone Cold?
I know that name.
It was the Boz something. He was some football player that turned actor for like one movie or two movies tops. But anyways, he made this movie called Stone Cold, and it was Lance Henriksen was the villain, and this dude, the main guy, was the Boz, and he has the best mullet in movie history.
Does he? That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe you haven't seen Stone Cold. Like, man, it's one of the best.
It sounds
action
familiar.
movies I've ever seen, dude. It's like
it
about
sounds
a biker
familiar.
gang,
So.
and the Boz is trying to infiltrate this biker gang. It's badass, dude.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I would definitely seek out that Blu-ray. I think Olive Films put it out.
Oh, well, they're pretty reasonable for
And
the
it's
most
like a
part.
hyper-violent action film, but it's not high budget like Schwarzenegger. It's
Yeah.
more in like the American Ninja type,
Oh, okay.
tier. You know what I mean?
Well, nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Yeah,
those were always fun. I just
yeah,
love this. It's like they just happen to have assault rifles.
yeah. And I like that.
For all those intergalactic espionage events that happen.
Yeah. And I like how this dude's dressed like a straight up astronaut, like he just came off the NASA premises.
Yeah, yeah. I actually really like these spacesuits.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're obviously not real spacesuits because those things cost like $100,000 a piece or something.
Yeah, one thing I do like about them though that
But they
other
look.
movies don't do
Mhm.
is like they're clear, but in a little bit you'll see a lot of condensation and
I
stuff like
love
that. And
condensation.
yeah, you don't see
Yeah,
that in a lot of movies like Aliens and all that, but this one, like you'll see it in a little bit, but I like it.
yeah. Condensation is one of those things that just always works
Yeah, because that's
because
what it
it
would probably really be. I mean.
exactly. I just love this. It's like, oh look, we got this. Hey, go on, find out what the code is.
Yeah.
It's like Google it.
Yeah, man, this ship's all floating and whatever. It's all dilapidated in a ship, but the keypad still works and lit up.
Hmm. Yeah, those spacesuits look pretty good, honestly. I mean, they're obviously, like I said, prop spacesuits,
Yeah.
but they're good prop
I mean, I'm sure
spacesuits.
Alien, their suits were prop suits too and all that.
Oh,
I doubt
yeah,
they do exact specs like NASA and all that.
yeah, obviously not. But I mean,
One thing that I want
I've seen some bad spacesuits. They kind of just look like janitors like clothes.
to, yeah.
You know?
One thing that's coming up here when they find the dude, he
Yeah,
has a NASA like patch on his suit or whatever.
yeah.
With NASA, I wonder if you have to pay them or ask permission to use that, or if that's like a or a public domain thing or what.
I don't know. I would assume like by now it would essentially be public domain.
Yeah. So you don't see all that condensation, dude.
Yeah, I mean it just gives you like a more realistic feel, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it almost makes it feel grimier and like hotter and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I seriously doubt an actual spacecraft would look like this on the inside.
Yeah, that's one
You
thing I
know,
said about this movie too, is there's a lot of walking around halls.
there is. Yeah, there really is. You could just call this movie Halls.
Yeah. But in all
Halls in
actuality,
space.
I actually think the ship looks more realistic in this movie than it does Alien, to be honest.
I get what you mean. I mean, you know, I always found with like Alien that like a lot of the places seemed too big.
Yeah, exactly. Too clean and all that. And
Yeah, I mean, like yeah, there were the grimy areas and everything, but it seemed very futuristic, I guess. You
yeah.
know?
See, I love that lighting, dude. You saw how his face looked in that mask, like it was kind of drenched in shadow there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just really dig this movie. Like I said, this is up there with like my top three like space horror. I love that there's a fish.
Yeah.
I love it. What I love about this movie actually is the fact there are no MacGuffins in this entire movie.
What is that?
A MacGuffin is like when in Pulp Fiction, the briefcase.
Yeah.
Nothing ever comes of it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's just
it's
there and it's left to imagination, like what the hell's in it.
yeah, that's a MacGuffin.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, this is like everything here. There's a reason for it being there, and it becomes clear what that reason is throughout the movie.
Yeah.
You know, And there's no just, like, well, we'll throw this in because it would look creepy. There's a reason for it, and they answer that. They give you that reason,
Yeah. One thing
which is
too,
always cool.
I give this movie props for, unlike Event Horizon, which I love Event Horizon for different
Mm,
reasons. When
yeah,
the person's possessed in this or whatever, or
yeah,
channeling Satan, only
mm,
their eyes change, which to
yeah,
me is more realistic. Like if you were gonna get possessed, you know what I mean? I
yeah,
don't feel like your whole skin and everything would change. Unlike Event Horizon, where they'll get possessed and all of a sudden they look like a Cenobite. You know what I mean?
yeah. That was, it was a neat scene
Oh yeah, like I
in
like
Event
that
Horizon,
too. But
and a
yeah,
good design and everything, but yeah, it didn't really make a lot of sense.
you think we'll ever get a anything on them deleted scenes?
I don't know.
Like, are they lost? I think I heard like they're
They're lost, but then again, I mean, Nightbreed scenes were lost as well.
really.
Yeah, but people,
What's the
they
dude's
they they
name?
went looking.
Paul Anderson, what the hell's name is? Like,
Yeah,
has he publicly said anything about it, or is it just other people that
he's
speculate?
he's said that they're lost. But he doesn't know where they are. Um, like I said, that's not to say they won't show up eventually.
Because that movie like feels perfect for like a
Yeah.
Scream Factory treatment. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, definitely,
Because realistically, that cover art for that movie sucks, dude.
it does. It's yeah, very. I just love that.
The
But
dog.
there's one.
Oh, the troll doll.
Yeah, I hated those things.
Yeah.
But it just so works with it being in here.
Yeah, I remember that was like a huge thing. It was like Beanie Babies, pretty much.
Yeah, all the weird little things from like the '90s and everything.
Yeah, the pet rock.
I just love that. Here you go. It's a pet rock.
Yeah. Did you have like Furbies and stuff in Canada?
Oh, Furbies creeped me out, man. Seriously. Hell, you know what? I was in thrift store the other day, and they had two of them still in
Yeah.
the boxes, and I was like, oh my god, keep those things away from me.
It's crazy they never made like a horror movie based around Furbies.
It is. It really is. I mean, they've done like a horror like video game type thing based on it. I can't remember what it was called, but they were little creepy things, and
You think,
they would eat people.
yeah, with this condensation, do you think like they're pumping something in there? Do you think they're actually just hot as hell in those suits and it's making it fog up and do that?
Who I know when they did Alien, the masks did fog up in there because of the heat.
Yeah.
So it could just be, yeah, the condensation from the heat and like having that little lamp in there as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that would probably be quite stifling. And right here, this is right out of Alien.
Oh yeah.
Stuff dripping down and people not noticing, and oh man.
They don't have the budget there to make it burn through the floor.
Yeah, I did love it. Like, let's look up. Hello, here I go. I just love the fact he fell from 20 feet or whatever, and his face is perfectly fine.
And I like too how when he's falling, the two people down below are like almost like close enough to be making out.
Yeah,
And he's falling all of a sudden but they managed to move in time for him
yeah.
to land.
I
With
just
that
love.
camera shot, it was apparent he would have hit him.
Yeah, I just love the fact that it's like he's fallen. Get away. It's not like let's try to catch him. It's like no, just let him
Fuck
drop.
that, I wouldn't catch him.
I love this. The reveal
Oh, yeah,
of the
yeah.
wound.
Which comes into play later in a good way.
Hmm.
It actually looks surprisingly good.
I get the
Like,
feeling
looks
that
properly disgusting.
I think that's real, like, viscera. I think they just went to like the butcher and got some stuff and chucked it in there.
Yeah, because that liver looks, or whatever, yeah, the liver looks
Yeah,
pretty real. There's something about him poking into it with them scissors that
yeah,
just makes me wince, dude.
yeah, yeah. It's just one of those like, oh. This is one of those scenes where it's like, you know, when you see like the nature documentary and the guy has like a stick and he goes and he pokes something
Yeah,
that you just shouldn't poke.
yeah,
You know, this is one of those scenes. I'd be kind of like, okay, he's dead. Let's shook him out.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, we'll put him in space and we'll drag him behind the damn thing. He's not going to get any deader.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do that. You know, don't bring him inside.
You know, one thing we never touched upon. What do
Hmm.
you think of this Unearthed Classics line? The fact that Unearthed Films never, like, they always put out either extreme films or just kind of foreign films. Like, they've never
Yeah,
released, like, a legit... I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. Like, they've never
like
released, like, a full film,
like
you know.
Hollywood type
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it just because, you know, like the Unnameable, for example. I honestly thought we were never going to get a release of that.
Yeah. You
You know,
gotta
I
admit,
was
though, it's strange seeing Unearth's name on this movie, because it doesn't fit there.
I know what you mean. It feels
Like, this is something to
different.
me, I feel like Severin. Like, if anyone was going to release this, I feel like this is Severin. You know what I mean?
Severin, yeah, or hell, even Vinegar Syndrome, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, the fact that Unearthed Films released this blows my mind.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
mean,
I can't
obviously,
speak on the Unnameable, but...
yeah.
Because this
I
isn't gory enough for anything to be considered an Unearthed film. It's just really bizarre to me.
I know what you mean. I mean, Unearthed films kind of have I don't want to say a reputation, but they're known for a certain aesthetic. Let's say
Yeah,
that, which
yeah.
usually involves a lot of blood, a lot of guts, and a lot of really nasty stuff.
Yeah, and you gotta give
Um,
them props, too, because, like I said, this is one of the most requested titles
yeah,
as far as being released on Blu-ray, so...
yeah.
It's
Well,
just, it's hard to believe another company hasn't tried to get this yet.
well, I think probably a lot of other companies, I think, don't listen.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
think they know it's better.
yeah, you know, where Unearthed Films, like, well, we know, you know, we're on their Facebook thing. They listen to the fans.
Yeah, they're involved in stuff, posting and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So, you know, maybe like people have been saying for years, perhaps, you know, like we want Dark Side of the Moon,
Yeah.
and no one was paying any attention.
Yeah, speaking of, like, Unearthed Films
Mm.
interacting with fans, somebody I saw post on the Facebook that, is there any chance we can get the Unnameable too? And part of
Oh
this
yeah,
line, and that Susie
yeah,
Ayala, or I don't know how to say her last name, but
yeah.
she said, yeah, a lot of people have been requesting Unnameable too, and she put, like, these emojis that, like, kind of hinted, like, maybe they've already kind of have it in the works or something, you know?
I hope so.
I
I
want to
mean,
give a special shout out to that leather top she's got on, or that latex
yes,
top she's got on. That deserves special mention.
it does. Yeah. I find, you know, like with the whole Unearthed Classics line and everything, we can get pretty much anything through it, I think.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
hope we get Fade to Black or the Dark Side, or the Heart Dark Side of the Axe or something, or Edge
Yeah,
of the Axe.
yeah.
And I think there was another one that was, like, real requested. I saw in that magazine, like the Toxic Reporter or something, or
I've
something
never heard of
weird.
that one.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, you know what? The more good stuff they release, the better.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, are you gonna pick up Nightwish just to keep collecting the line to have
I'm
every?
I'm gonna pick it up because I think it looks kind of like a poor man's version of Legend of Hell House.
See that you're gonna. This is embarrassing, but I've never seen that.
You've never seen Legend? Oh man, you need to see that. That's a damn good movie.
Really?
Yeah, you know, it takes the whole idea of like essentially they're investigating like paranormal with science,
Hmm.
and they're you know and they're using
It's
like
not
science
cheesy
to
like the end of the Entity or anything, is it?
No,
Alright.
it's much more what's the word I'm looking for? Classy.
Oh, okay. I mean, are there
Yeah,
some freaky moments in it, or?
there are. It's definitely a good. Well, let's put it this way: it was written by Richard Matheson,
Oh, okay.
so you know the quality
Alright.
of writing that it's going to have.
I
Yeah,
think
and like
Scream Factory has a Blu-ray of that too, right?
they do, it's a really nice Blu-ray actually.
Yeah. Like I'm interested in Nightwish. Me personally, I don't think it looks too good, but like I said, I'm just gonna collect the line.
Yeah,
Regardless, it could blow me away, but the effects of it gave me like the end of the entity vibe, though. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
With
but then
that green
again,
glowing whatever it was.
hmm but then again, I mean, let's not forget like the the trailer for this didn't really look great.
No.
You know, the movie's a lot better than the trailer.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Have you seen the trailer for Purgatory Road?
I don't think so.
Yeah, neither do I. Like, for some reason, I usually don't watch trailers for old movies. Like
Yeah.
because I always feel like maybe because the new way trailers are now, they always ruin movies for me usually.
Oh yeah.
So like if like, for example, like if I was gonna buy the Dark Side of the Moon, like
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer before buying it because I'm always just worried. Like I don't want to see what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's
Well,
some cases, huh?
it's also, you know, you look at something, a good example is Nightbreed. That was completely ruined by the trailers.
Yeah,
You know, they gave everyone like a completely wrong idea of what the movie was, and here we go. We got the eyes.
yeah, dude. I love the way they look, dude.
Yeah. I like how they're not straight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Most people would be like, you know, we'll make them straight. But I like that they're at a bit of an angle at times and stuff.
yeah. You know what the contacts remind me of? Did you ever see that movie Death Dream?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I think they're probably the same type of contacts, like they're glass and
Yeah.
very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. I love the way that looks in the shadows, dude. It's actually kind of haunting looking.
For sure.
Even the
I
look on
re-
his face is creepy.
yeah, I just remember when he first started pulling down his like the zip. I was like,
Bitch,
are we
don't
going?
get raped."
Yeah, yeah. That was my first thought. I was like, wait a minute.
Do you think that was a nod to Hellraiser? The
Uh,
face coming out the guts like that kind of looked Hellraiser-ish a little bit to me. I mean, I
it
doubt
could
it
be.
was, but it reminded
I,
me of it.
I think it was probably a shout out to Alien, obviously.
Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I didn't even think of
You
that.
know, I just want to know, like, did it completely come out, or what was it just there to freak her out, or what?
Yeah, I don't think it's ever explained. You know what I'm gonna do? Like, probably sometime this week, I'm probably gonna
Hmm.
watch this for a third time with the
The
commentary.
commentary?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
and
quite sure it's going to be an interesting commentary.
yeah,
I like the use of like shadow in this as well.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
one of
like
my
people.
favorite aspects of it.
Oh, look at those eyes. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
You,
man.
you know what that reminds me of, actually? Exorcist 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
know, like when,
When he's rising out of the floor or whatever at the end in the
yeah,
cell.
and yeah,
Dude, I love how creepy he looks there, dude. Just standing there with his mouth open and everything.
yeah, man,
What do you do? Pull a Donald Trump and grab her by the pussy?
probably, yeah,
Dude, those eyes look really dope there.
they do. I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I'm sure they're super uncomfortable and everything, but there's a creepiness to them that modern contact lenses don't have. Maybe it's because
Yeah.
of how like, oh, like, here you go, just come into my stomach. Oh, I love this. It
Yeah, that voice is badass.
is, and it just works.
Dude, this dude is like Kills me, man.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell's gonna go in there and start
Like, you
flipping
almost
shit.
expect him to suit up, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
get the
put on
bat
like
nipples
the...
on and everything.
I just find it funny here that now he's in like a dressing gown or whatever. You know, he
Yeah.
was in like still in like the jumpsuit, but not anymore now. And now he thought to get changed.
You know what I like about this dude, too? The one with the facial hair?
Hmm.
He's got these tattoos on, like he's supposed to be the badass of the crew.
Yeah.
But there's nothing badass looking about this guy at all.
No, no. It's like yeah. Like I'm a badass. I can flip my arms
Like that Spanish chick from Aliens. I don't remember her name, but you know the one that was like
Yeah.
badass. Like she would whoop this dude's ass.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
And she'd have whooped his ass and made him enjoy it.
yeah. Yeah, even Bill Paxton would wipe the floor with this dude.
Oh yeah. Oh look at that. It's like was that supposed to be scary?
And how many people, like, did you see that? Like the old dude's touching the other two dudes, and then the dude from The Shining's touching the old dude. It's like, dang.
Yeah. I just love this like poke.
Dude, this gun looks cheap as hell to me too.
It does.
Like
But
at
then
least
again,
the guns and Aliens are badass, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Then again, I mean, these are probably more, realistic to what they'd probably actually use.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder if this is Chris O'Donnell's brother. Like, with just a different name.
And I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, especially in that scene just there, it was like...
Dead on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you didn't pick it up when you
No,
watched it.
I totally didn't see it, but now that you've said it, I can't
Stop
can't
thinking about
unsee it. I'm like, damn it, Chris O'Donnell's gonna go kick some ass.
Yeah, dude. Get on his little Robin bike or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man. Just chuck him out the airlock.
But you know what's funny about this movie? Like, when I was first watching it, like the first half,
Hmm.
I was like, man, I can't believe this movie was straight to video. It should have been theatrical. But
Yeah.
then as the movie progresses, you're like, ah, alright, I
Mhm.
see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still an
Yeah.
enjoyable movie, but you're like, I could see why it wasn't in theaters.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was in theaters.
Are you able to look up real quick what came out in 19... Like, no, it wasn't in theaters, but are you able to look up what were the biggest hits of 1990?
Yeah, I'll
Just
take a
so I
look.
could kind of know what was... You know what I mean? Like, what
Yeah.
the scape was of movies then.
1990.
Like, I don't
Let's
think
take
that
it.
was a good year for horror.
Goodfellas, The Handmaid's Tale, The Witches, Pretty Woman, Dances with Wolves, Child's Play 2, Godfather Part 3, Total Recall.
This movie could have came out then, probably in theaters. I mean,
Yeah. Home Alone.
yeah. Like, you got some
Misery.
classics like
RoboCop
Goodfellas
2,
and Home
Die
Alone
Hard
and
2.
all that.
Yeah, I mean,
If RoboCop
Yeah.
2 can get a theatrical release, this could probably... You know, this should have got one.
yeah,
Or, you
for
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, I'm just going to check. Dark Side of the Moon theatrical.
There's something about these camera views I dig, like when the face is like the main center of where the foreground, you know what I mean? Like when they
Yeah.
show the scene again, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This scene to me is so stupid, dude. This Bermuda Triangle, like, take away the numbers. 666. You know what I mean?
It's a bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea.
Yeah, but just the way it's that scene, right? See, like that camera view where her
Yeah.
face is the front and center.
Yeah. I just like also the fact that everything's, pretty much in focus.
Yeah.
It would be so
They do
easy
that a
just to
lot in-
focus on her.
Yeah, they do that a lot in the movie Us. Did you ever pick that up or no?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Like, they do a lot of scenes where it's like that. We got to do a commentary on that too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least a deep dive. That's definitely a movie that needs to be talked about.
It does.
But anyways.
Yep. Back to Chris O'Donnell. I noticed there's one scene in this where that mole on her face disappears.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Or like it looks like, or
Yeah.
they'll show her later, and that mole isn't black. Like it's still there. But
Yeah.
it's skin color. It's not dark like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder whether they just messed up the makeup that day or whether they maybe they flipped the frame or something.
Yeah, she actually reminds me of that Audrey from Twin Peaks. You know, the chick I got a tattoo of.
Yeah.
She actually kind of reminds me of her.
Yeah, I can see that. I just love this. You know, it's like he's like looking at all these things. It's like, you know, don't look at things. Just, you know, give her a shot or something.
What does this Chris O'Donnell character actually do? Like, everyone else has, like, a certain job and they're doing something, but this Chris O'Donnell dude just kind of walks around and...
I know. I mean, I think he's, like, kind of like the co-pilot or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, the old dude's, like, piloting it. That just kind of came to mind, like, what the hell does this guy do?
He stands there and looks pensively at people.
Look, that guy... Has that guy been in any other movies?
I'll take a look.
Like, I don't even know his name.
Oh, man, that's kind of funny, actually. It's like he's the main star of the movie. It's like, well, I don't know what he's called.
Yeah, it's like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know if, like,
some
at the
random
time, like,
dude.
you know how, like, certain studios will push a certain person because they think, like, they're the next big thing?
Yeah.
Like, kind of like a Canon pushed Michael Dudikoff, thinking he was going to be this big thing, and it fizzled out and went nowhere.
Yeah. Well, he's been in quite a bit of stuff, actually. Darkside of the Moon, Fame, Alien Nation.
That musical?
Yeah. BL Striker, the TV show. Or whatever, with, what's his name? Burt Reynolds. In the Heat of the Night, he was in that. The $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. So, you know, not a lot of really...
He never made an A-list or anything, or even B-list.
No, he was like
a C-list actor.
Yeah, that sounds kind of mean, but I mean... Yeah. But it's true, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like I consider Lance Henriksen, you know, Robert Englund and them. Those are B-list actors. This dude's not in the same caliber as a Lance Henriksen. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
not
if
at all.
This dude didn't look the way he did.
Yeah,
honestly, I can't imagine him going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have been hired.
The mullet, I mean, is really, you know, the whole appeal to it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Like, if this dude, the old dude, had that mullet, he'd be the main star.
Oh, for sure. Oh, man. One thing I dig about this, the fact, though, is, like, no one is really young.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, Mullet Boy's, like, the youngest.
Mullet Boy.
but he still looks to be about maybe, you know, 28 or 29, something like that.
Yeah.
No, there's no like stupid teenagers or anything in it.
Yeah. Why can't he just look normal though? Like, why does he gotta keep like looking like real intense? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess like I'd have to be floating in space on a dilapidated ship to really comprehend it, but
yeah. I just love how dark everything is in this ship.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, when you see NASA spaceships, you know, everything's white.
Well, they want you to see what you're pushing. In this ship, you wouldn't even be able to see really what the hell you're clicking or pushing or what switches you're flipping.
I just love that, you know, apparently it hasn't been around for like 30 years, but he still knows how to use the tech.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that the tech would even be working.
Yeah. Well, the devil fixed it, didn't you know? The
Oh
devil
yeah,
likes,
yeah.
the devil enjoys older tech.
No, though,
The
if
devil's a hipster.
yeah, you see the devil spinning vinyls and shit in the front
Yeah,
room.
yeah. It's more...
But I wonder if in real life, like if a NASA ship like ran out of fuel or something,
Yeah.
like they just float forever. I would assume, or
Um, I would assume so. Yeah, until it caught like a gravity well or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Then again, I don't think if that was the case, they'd send up another ship to get it back.
yeah,
Because I mean, the sheer amount of money it would cost to make a ship, you'd be like, we ain't leaving that up there. Forget about the people. You know, they can die for all we care. But you know,
yeah.
we want the ship back.
I love this, dude. This is
Yeah,
an obvious nod to Alien with Newt. You know what I mean?
yeah, it really is.
But they could only afford like a little bit of water. The
Yeah,
this movie, you know what just clicked in my mind? This movie just screams late night HBO or something. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like
It does.
something they would just play over and over again on HBO.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, like this almost would be like a good double feature to me with like Hellraiser 4.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They have like the same kind of quality to them, and they both like seemed like they would air on HBO every day.
yeah. I can definitely see that.
Did they show a like when you look this dude up? Do they show a picture of what he looks like now?
No.
Oh,
So I'm kind of considering, you know, that he hasn't aged well.
I'd laugh if he still had the mullet. It was just gray.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Dude, you know what I would love though? If like they made a Terminator ripoff movie and casted this dude too.
Oh, that would be awesome. Come on, Chris O'Donnell, you know what to do.
It looks like he's holding a paintball gun.
Yeah, it does.
Pew, 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 pew.
I'm pretty sure that's like
It
an
probably
actual.
is a paintball gun, to be honest.
It could be. I mean, I seem to remember of seeing that style of gun, like a real,
Well, the
you
front
know.
handle and the way the
Yeah,
barrel and everything, it looks like a paintball gun.
it does. Yeah,
And even the clip is like clear and everything, like it would hold
yeah,
paintballs.
yeah. Yeah, maybe it is. That's just that, they're saying like we got these hollow points, and then, like no, they're just paintballs.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, like I said, I still really enjoy the movie, but on the other hand, we're doing a commentary, so we can't really help but pick out, you know,
Yeah.
the goofy stuff. Like I don't know if it already passed it. I think it did, but there's a scene where they're walking, and when
Hmm.
his foot steps on the ground, you could see the ground like bend. Like you could tell he's just walking on like plywood or something.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like stuff like that, you
I
know.
think it already passed, but if it didn't, I'll point it out when it does it.
Yeah. I just kind of love this, that like you never actually really see anything. Like
Yeah,
this, like,
yeah.
Buddy's just freaked out. He's seen something, but you never find out what it was.
And with all this shit close quarters like this, that bullet would be ricocheting and everything. I
Oh,
mean,
for
look how
sure.
close quartered everything is.
And everything's metal. It's not like there's giant bales of hay or something to catch a bullet.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like George Costanza.
Yeah, dude, you know what's weird, bro? I'm
Hmm.
sitting in my chair right now,
Yeah.
and like, dude, I don't know if it was like it's just somehow the corner of my eye, dude, it looked like someone walked past me. And dude, I kind of looked back, dude, I just got like a real intense feeling of dread, dude.
Wow.
Like, dude, it was
Uh,
real freaky, dude. Almost, yeah, that was weird, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, dude, I have that feeling like something's watching me now.
Well, maybe they just dig the movie.
I don't know, dude, but yeah, that freaked me out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, cause dude, something like I was just talking to you. It's something just like it looked like someone just walked by real quick, dude. And then right when I look back, dude, it's like a real sense of dread.
That's yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, man. But anyways, back to the movie. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that
I
was
just love
freaky,
that
dude.
this yeah. I love that this devil apparently just likes hanging people from hooks and stuff, but
Yeah.
not the good enough way, like, like Pinhead would or something. He just
Yeah.
kind of sticks them up there and then they all fall off.
Yeah. Yeah, this devil should be doing some more stuff.
Yeah. Instead of like
Yeah, this is
like
the
this.
darkest ship I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it makes sense though that this is some empty ship floating around.
Yeah, and I mean you wouldn't keep lights on
And you like how the
all the
possessed
time.
always walk around like they're Michael Myers?
Yeah. I thought they did this really well in that, you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
It could be like one of like two people and they don't really do anything to give it away.
No. You know, there's like, do you get Thing vibes from this? Like the
Yeah.
way the devil kind of hops from body to body?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that was a big influence on this.
It very well could have been. I mean, I get the idea the Thing was a big influence on pretty much every movie
Oh, yeah.
that came after it for a while. I just find this funny that, like, it's like, you've been possessed by a devil, well, now I'm going to become a whore. Apparently, they go hand in hand.
Dude, like, if this movie was smarter, given, like, how it's low budget and all that, they would have
Mm.
upped the titty count in this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, I know
You
there
know,
is a quick scene later.
yeah. I kind of wonder, almost like, I want to say it feels almost like a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, that's why I said it has, like, that HBO quality
Yeah.
to it, you know?
Well, maybe it was.
No, I think I read that this was meant for the video shelves. Like, this was made
Yeah.
for the booming VHS market.
Yeah, you would have thought though they'd have showed like more,
See,
like
yeah,
like
this is the one scene, yeah.
yeah. And as we go quiet and just watch.
You
Yeah.
think, though, they made this film dark to hide, like, some of the cheapness, or do you think that was, like, a stylistic choice?
I think it was probably both. I think they probably thought like this would look really good like in like deep shadow and everything, and we can cover up some of the cheapness.
Yeah.
Well, I
Something
say
about
that, but
chick reminds me of Nancy Allen for some reason. You know,
Mhm.
from RoboCop.
Yeah, it's the hairstyle.
Yeah.
It's the exact same hairstyle.
Yeah, that's
Got
it.
some weird nipples though.
Yeah, they are weird, dude. They look like, I don't know, like flesh-covered bomb pops.
Yeah,
You know those, like, red, white, and blue popsicles or whatever?
yeah.
They just look like them, but covered in flesh.
Yeah. Well, they might have put something. No, not that one, obviously, but they might have like put something over them.
Yeah.
I know
No,
when
a
they were
girl-
doing
Like, that always looks weird to me when a girl's nipples are the exact same shade as the skin. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's kind of odd. Well, I mean, especially also when you have makeup, you'd think they'd
Yeah.
differentiate. And there are the eyes.
It almost like she almost looked like she was like thought she was in a vampire movie. You know?
Yeah. I wonder at this point whether the guy was just like, well, I'll keep going.
I would.
Like, here, you're making out with the devil.
Just smack
You want
her.
to
Shut
stop or yeah? Oh man.
I almost get like Evil Dead vibes too.
Yeah.
Do you think they hired that dude because he actually looks like the android from Alien 2.
I could see that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
reminds me of the actual android from the first Alien movie.
Yeah, they could probably just as like a pure red herring.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll know. Everyone who's come to watch this movie will have seen Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
It's a given.
Yeah, I like later too. You remember when Turkish or whatever his name is, and this
Mm,
badass dude, or fake badass dude,
yeah,
like he almost seems like a little bitch or whatever, because the one dude's like grabs his gun, he's like, yeah, kill him, and all that.
I know.
And you know what's weird though? On his arm though, he has like that Black Panther,
Yeah.
and I've seen a lot of mob members have that same exact tattoo. And even in The
Mm,
Sopranos, Tony
yeah.
Soprano has a Black Panther that looks just like that. And that dude looked like he could be a little Italian. Like, I wonder if he's connected or something. You know what I mean?
It's certainly possible. I mean,
And I remember I had a neighbor who was this
mm,
Italian dude, and he had a Black Panther, and he said it was because he was in the mob.
ah. What I find funny is the fact that Black Panther is backwards.
Yeah.
You know, they always
Don't you
say
have like a
things like,
panther or something, or
"Nah, I got a dragon on my arm and
or is it
a
a
cat."
cat or a cat?
Yeah.
What's that cat from?
It's just a cat in
Oh,
memory of my cats.
oh, you had come up
Yeah.
with the design?
No, I found it on there was a what was it called? It was called like Johnny Tattoo or something. It was like it's a site where you can buy like tattoo flash.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I found it on there and I just really dug it. It
One
actually
thing I want to point
originally
out
had
real
like
quick though, while I was
goofy
on.
hearts around it, so I got rid of
Oh
those.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
No, there was this thing. There was like this little fan. You could tell it was a fan to a computer. I love that this old ass man was able to snatch this gun from this, Chris
Yeah.
O'Donnell looking dude.
All I can think is maybe this is like another like red herring thing. People are thinking maybe he's going to turn out to be like an android or something.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
well, it is a red herring because remember in the beginning, he
yeah.
makes it to where Chris O'Donnell can't get access to the thing.
Yeah. I love that we're just calling him Chris O'Donnell now.
We'll even tag him in the fucking video
Yeah.
and all that.
Oh, man.
Honestly, it had me fooled. Like I honestly had me looking up. I looked up Chris O'Donnell to see if Dark Side of the Moon was one of his credits.
Yeah. I mean, now that you've like mentioned it, he really looks like Chris O'Donnell.
Like it almost ruins the movie for me. Like I almost can't even take it seriously.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's kind of like it's like this like yeah, shoot him, waste him. It's like
Yeah, get him, boss. Get him.
if he was to pull the trigger right now, yeah, it would kill the guy, but it would shoot enough bullets through to like splatter the entire hallway and kill everyone else.
Yeah. So did he play
And
anything
man,
else
those
horror-wise? Like,
bombs.
could he be considered a horror actor, or was like this and The Shining his only genre credits?
I'll take a look. Come on, IMDb, open up. Thank you. Let's see. Here we go. Joe Turkel. Blade Runner, The Shining,
Oh yeah, Blade Runner.
The Killing. That was, what's his name? Stanley Kubrick did that. It was,
Oh, the robbery movie?
yeah,
That was like in the 50s or something, or the 60s.
Yeah. Miami Vice.
Oh yeah.
Tales from the Darkside. He was in that.
The movie or show?
The show.
Oh, okay.
Kojak.
Oh, the Night Stalker, or the show, you mean?
No, I mean Kojak, like the bald lawyer guy with Telly Savalas.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking of
Yeah.
Kolchak.
Yeah. SWAT to the Hindenburg. The,
So you could
says
call him a
bloody.
genre actor, I guess.
Yeah, I could see it. You know, like he's got a lot of credits. Um, you know, yeah, there's Ironside.
Dude, I feel like every
Yeah.
actor has a credit in Miami Vice.
Yeah, probably.
Bro, this may blow your mind if you don't know it already. You know who has a credit in a Miami Vice episode
Who?
that's like in horror movies?
Who?
That Bob Glazier.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Sean Donahue posted a screenshot of Bob Glazier holding an AK-4 or an Uzi in a Miami Vice episode. And tagging
Oh
and Bob
man,
Glazier was like, oh yeah, talking about it. And I commented, I was like, are you trolling me or is this actually Bob Glazier in a Miami Vice episode? And they
that's
were
damn
like, no,
cool.
real shit, he was in it. And I was like, what in the world? I mean, it makes sense, filmed in Miami and all that, you know what I mean? It's Florida and he was a young actor.
Yeah,
But I thought that
yeah,
was badass, though, that he was in a Miami Vice episode.
yeah. He's come a long way from shooting an AK-47 in that to like running around as a naked old man in Cannibal Claws.
Serial rapist, yeah.
Yeah,
And but did you see Chaos AD yet?
yeah,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
he's naked in that, too.
I think he's pretty much. I think he works with Sean Donahue just so he can get naked.
And
It's
just
like
hang
it's like
around the hooker. Do you think those are prostitutes Sean Donahue hires, or what?
I don't know. I mean, I know some of them are like actual like actresses. They have other credits and everything.
Yeah.
But I think some, it's probably cheaper.
You know what I want to ask Sean Donahue, but I've never had the balls yet to ask him. Because
Hmm.
it's a weird question, but I want to ask him, like, yo, like, do you fuck these women, you know? Like, after you're done filming it and all that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
I
never
mean,
know.
I'm like, just generally curious. It's not even, you know what I mean? But that is a weird question to ask him, so I've never,
It is, but I mean, hell, he
just
gets a
message him
lot
out of
of.
the blue.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
By any
uh,
chance, do you sleep with the women you shoot with?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he has a lot of really hot women in
Well, yeah,
his
like every
movies.
movie, it's like that's what it like. Even the what is it? Death Score Services.
Yep.
But see, the thing is, he's located in Tampa, and that's like the strip club capital. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in Tampa, Florida, we have some of the most famous strip clubs of all time. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's what makes me think like these are actual prostitutes and stuff he's hiring. That, you know.
Well, I'm pretty much sure like every like would-be actress probably has some
I love these
you know.
missiles on this ship on this
I know. I
satellite, man.
know. I love the fact though that it's just like, yeah, we got some nukes up here. Like it's just a given that there's going to be nukes.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that they never thought to, launch a nuke and use it to like push them back into radio range or something.
Yeah.
Like
Like
let the
there's some things that are
shockwave
just
push
so
them back at them.
stupid, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
also
like
find
stuff
it
like
kind of
that. You realize that's why it was straight to video.
yeah. I also kind of wonder like you know, why they would have the ability to launch them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you got someone up there who was like kind of disgruntled, they'd just be like, "Yeah, I don't want to pay tax anymore, so I'm just gonna like blow up the IRS."
Yeah.
And they'd be simple up there, just program it like, "Okay, there you go."
Yeah.
In like 12 days or whatever,
Yeah.
we'll launch a nuke.
Yeah. Be like what Vladimir Putin just said offended me. I'm gonna blow
Yeah.
his house up.
And that's the sort of thing. That's the pettiness of it. It's like I'm gonna blow up his house.
Yeah.
Not I'm gonna blow up like the Kremlin or I'm gonna blow up something like that. It's like no, I'm gonna blow up his house.
Yeah. The fact that I said that, the FBI is probably listening on me now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, better be careful with this guy.
Because there are certain keywords where if you say it, they'll automatically it'll record what you're saying and it's sent to the FBI for analysis. Like they have someone that sits there and listens to it. If you say a key word, like if you were to say, I'm planning on shooting Barack Obama next Tuesday, like the fact that
Yeah,
I just said that, I bet you what I'm saying now is being sent to the FBI.
it could be.
Yeah.
I
Because,
mean,
dude, there's
you
this,
never know.
yeah, there's this buddy I have, like, every time I go to his house,
Hmm.
he'll just start talking, he's like, hold on, and he'll turn his computer off, turn all his phones off and stuff. It's like, dude.
It's the sort of thing, I mean, you'd say people are paranoid, but, is it really paranoia if they're
How,
actually
98% of the
doing
time,
stuff?
what they're paranoid about is true, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And maybe it's just, that they're talking about it.
I remember my mom and her husband were, like, they wanted my mom wanted some kind of radio or something, and I was like, why not just get an Alexa? And
Mm,
my mom's husband was like, oh no, we won't have an Alexa in our house. The government listens in. I'm like, what the hell would y'all be talking about? That A, the
yeah,
government would care, and why in the world would you care? You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then my mom realized what he was saying was stupid and got an Alexa. It's like, what are you? It's like, you know what I mean? I could understand, my friends and stuff, because, maybe selling something or doing whatever that may not be.
Yeah,
Like that, I love that thing rising out, almost like the alien when Newt's swimming in the water.
yeah. And I
But
just love the fact that it's a complete troll.
yeah, and another thing is like that thing has to have some kind of purpose. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't something happen if you just shot it and blew
Yeah,
it up? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you would assume so. Oh, man. I just love it that, like, this is the guy that's standing up to him.
yeah.
Like Franklin from Texas Chainsaw Massacre standing up to him. You're like, damn it, man, just grab the damn thing and pull. And
I
I
must
love
have
that
missed it.
that's
What the
it.
hell is that supposed to do?
That's like
His
the
motherboard he's holding?
something like that. It's like supposed to like help them move or something. I don't know.
That's one problem I have with this movie is every room looks the exact same.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's probably what it would actually be like. So I guess it's not a gripe, but as far as like me watching the movie,
Yeah.
like it's hard to distinguish where the hell he's at in the ship, you know?
Yeah, well that's one thing,
And tell me, does this shot right here remind you of the cover of Cube?
yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Keep expecting razor wire to come zooming out.
Yep. And them colors too. That's what makes me think of Argento. Like every room has a certain color kind of beaming into it.
Yeah. It's like, you will stop. You will give him 5 minutes more. Yeah, I mean, he's like the most pussy badass I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean,
And I love that. It's like,
like these two old men were able to push him back, you know? Well, I guess
yeah.
the fat dude ain't old, but...
I just love the fact, they're going to bomb this thing and it's right next to them. Like it's still, like, actually, like, attached to their ship. Do they not think, like, the shockwave is going to take them out?
Yeah.
Man, you would think a supposed, like, space guy or whatever, would, not trip over his own feet.
I like that shot, the way that looks. Like all
Yeah.
things except those windows.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I give this Blu-ray props for. I haven't seen any crushing
No.
in the black sun. And with a movie, like, kind of this low budget and as obscure in the fact that it's never had a DVD release,
Yeah.
you know.
Those eyes, man. And I love how just one is at an angle.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was intentional or... And I love this. The fact that, like, he's in the vacuum of space and he's not, dying.
Yeah. I wonder too if when he was making this,
Hmm.
like if he was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a hit, or if he was like, damn, this is a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Like I'd love to know what he was thinking during this.
yeah, I think a lot can be done with movies like in the editing phase and everything.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the time, like actors will do their scenes and they'll do it to the best of their ability,
Yeah.
and they'll think, I'm gonna do a really good job here, and then, you know,
Does he not look like Lance Henriksen a little bit there?
yeah, it's the lines around his mouth that really
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
man. I love those eyes though.
I'm
Those
trying
are
to remember what.
really
I'm trying
cool.
to think of what that reminds me of. Like that reminds me of a scene where the same thing was happening. I can't remember. Like it may have been Alien, actually.
It's similar to
But I remember a scene where someone's trying to get in like that to a ship, and
I'm just gonna say Jason X.
that may be it.
Yeah, because there's a scene like that there, and
Or
then
it may be like one of the Predator movies or something, or
could be.
I don't know. Yeah, he looks just like Lance Henriksen there.
Yeah. See, those eyes I think would have worked really well in something like Pumpkinhead.
Yeah. You
You
see
know, I
too
mean,
how one of the pupils, like one of the pupils is
mhm.
straight, one of them slanted.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, nowadays, they'd want to like digitally alter it and make it perfectly straight and everything.
Yeah. I mean that's one of the things with movies now. It's like a blessing and a curse. Like yeah, they look so good, but the bad part is they just use terrible CGI.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
like that movie would have been so good if there was no CGI.
yeah, I mean, the CGI that was in it was,
Dude, that CGI of that
was,
sewer scene
was
was laughable.
yeah.
When his mouth bites down on it and everything, like it looks like a platypus or something.
Well, yeah, it's very jarring
Yeah.
because you've been seeing, like like an actual physical like creature, and then all of a sudden they switch it over to CG. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. There's only certain things you can do with practical, but that was a scene that could have been done with practical.
Yeah. You know what one of the
Just because you can CG it doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, dude. Like the eeriest scene I've seen, man, for
Mm.
in it, dude, was that hand coming out of the sewer, man.
Oh yeah, the just stretch it out.
Yeah, dude. There's something about the way they shot that that gives me like the chills, dude.
It's
That
a
overhead view, seeing
great
that
scene.
perfect white glove. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Just slowly coming out, dude. Even thinking about it freaks me out.
yeah,
I love that, dude. The one dude's looking right at it, and he's
yeah. You just kind of like, well, I'm so badass, I'll just turn my head slightly. But real men don't look at explosions.
oh, yeah, what was that? The Lonely Island that did that?
I think so.
Yeah. Don't look at explosions.
Yeah,
That's a perfect example of that.
yeah,
So basically, the one in the back's a complete pussy.
yeah. He's just like, nope. It's a bit of a funny looking spaceship, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just three thrusters at the back, and
You know what this movie is missing, dude? This movie should have had a lot more gore. You know what I mean? Like, upon
yeah.
second viewing, I
Mm.
think I like it a little less, actually.
Yeah, I still dig it because I like it, but
Well,
yeah,
you have, like, a
more
special
gore.
love. You have a special love for sci-fi horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like sci-fi horror.
Yeah, so where I'm kind of passive with it, like, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause you're a fan of, like, all the, what the hell is it? Like, the older ones, like Galaxy of Terror and Forbidden
Oh
World
yeah,
and all those.
yeah,
Where they were never really my thing. Like, I liked Event Horizon. I like, this is a fun movie. I dig it.
yeah.
You know, but,
Well, yeah, it's one of those almost like acquired genres it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I think also they probably made this android here just so that they could have like add another kill to the movie.
Yeah. The outfit kind of reminds me too of Jason X.
Yeah. I love that shot. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll just focus on your chest as we come in.
Dude, I'm shocked none of these crew members have tried to fuck it yet. I mean, it is
you
an android.
you know they have. Especially Chris O'Donnell has. He's just like, yeah, well, I'll just go in here and I'll just turn her off and just have a bit of fun and then, well, not probably not Chris O'Donnell. Maybe the beard guy.
Oh, definitely him, dude.
Yeah. He has like a Saturday night reservation. It's like, okay, I'm going to see the android. Everyone stay away for a couple hours or whatever.
It's maintenance. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're not the maintenance guy. Shut up.
It's like, I am today. Oh yeah. then the old guys are like, she seems to be malfunctioning a bit. What's going on here?
You know what I like kind of bums me out about on other films? They don't put any subtitles on their discs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that purely comes from the fact
It's probably
that
real time consuming and all that,
yeah. I mean, I know that Black Sun, the Nanking Massacre,
Yeah.
that release, Stephen Biro did all the subs himself. He timed them and everything. And,
Yeah, that would be brutal, dude.
yeah. So maybe they don't have the people to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it saves time and money. And if it means getting more releases, like
Yeah.
if it was originally having subtitles on these releases, but we would get fewer, I'd rather have more releases and no subtitles.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to have subs, though.
Yeah, but yeah. Because that's one, like, if only, like, I would understand not having subs for the normal ones, like Purgatory Road or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, for some reason I feel like the Unearthed Classics should have subtitles, only because they appeal to the more, you know what I mean?
Older
Like, there's
people.
not a lot, not even that, but like, it's a certain kind of horror fan that's real into the extreme horror that Unearthed does, you know what I mean? But this would appeal to, like, the people that are just into 80s movies, like, say, Alien or The Resurrected or, you know, those, like, that aren't hardcore, but, like, these appeal to the more mainstream horror fan.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like they should have subtitles, but...
I just love to hear that he's somehow grown a complete mustache.
That's not the same dude, is it? With the tattoos? No.
Yeah. Yeah, but now somehow he's, grown a mustache. Wow. The devil grows mustaches, apparently.
The sequel to The Devil Wears Prada. The Devil Wears Mustache. Or The Devil Grows Mustache.
Yep. And I love that. He whacked him in the face and all his little dribble of blood right out of him. Yeah, you see, it's like a full mustache now. Just do it, man. Come on.
Oh, shit. And he happens to be sitting right when all that mist or smoke or whatever is blowing right on his face.
Yeah. I love the fact that, he still looks, like, freaked out that he's just shot the guy.
Yeah, this dude's like...
Even though he's possessed already.
Is it me or this dude should have just, like, stayed home? You know what I mean? He's too much of a nervous wreck to be flying in space.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, you did good. Let's go. I wonder whether they, just left that guy there.
Oh, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have put him in that compactor thing and just let him float in space.
Yeah, just chuck him out.
Like, dude, what was the movie where there was like a comedy or something where eject someone or something into space, dude. Oh my god, that's gonna piss me off.
Uh,
I remember it was something
Baseballs?
stupid. Maybe what was the what did they eject into space in Spaceballs?
Wasn't it all like the girl's luggage or something?
I don't know. I remember it was something. I feel like it was no. You know what it was? It was a Key and Peele sketch. Did you ever
Ah,
watch that show?
every now and then.
Oh man, it was this one where it was like, and we were talking about their wives or whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I told her. I said, bitch." And you'd have to
Yeah.
see it. I can't do it justice.
Oh man.
They really, I need to contact NASA. Be like, yo, y'all need better lights in your ships.
Yeah, there you go. Oh well, hell, the other week I was watching Solaris, the George Clooney movie.
Yeah,
He
what is it?
totally he totally ejects his wife out into space.
Why? Because she's annoying, or what was the reason?
No, she's like dead,
Oh, okay.
and she comes back to life, like some alien brings her back to life or something. So he kicks her out and he puts her in the escape pod and just launches her into space.
Damn.
And then another one comes back. It was actually a pretty good movie. I actually sort of really enjoyed it, but
Yeah, I remember seeing the cover for it way back.
yeah.
You're real into like space movies and stuff. I'm sure you've seen it, but you've seen that
Mhm.
Mission to Mars.
Mission Mars.
It's got that dude, Lieutenant Dan from Forrest
Oh,
Gump in it.
Liv Schreiber. Yeah, yeah. That's a pretty damn good movie,
Yeah,
actually.
when that came out, I remember getting it on VHS. That was actually a really good movie,
Yeah. I
and you
mean,
hear nobody talk about it. I don't even think it
yeah.
has a Blu-ray release.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it does. I think I have it actually. Let me take a look. Um, Maniac Max. Uh, oh, of course, it's right down the other end, and I can't see it. I think I think I have it on
I'm thinking of the
Blu-ray.
same one, right? Lieutenant Dan from
Yeah,
Forrest Gump's the main astronaut.
yeah. I'll have
And
to
that's
take
all I
a
really
look.
remember. I remember like a big storm or something. A
Yeah,
big, like, crazy storm in that movie.
yeah. That was a fun movie.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
gotta rewatch that. Like I said, I haven't watched it since probably, 98, 99.
Yeah. I love this. This is like the perfect ending for this movie.
Yeah, I
Because I
love that
mean,
shot, too.
yeah. The fact that he knows that that's like the devil guy, so he's like, I'm gonna nuke us.
Yeah.
And I just also love the fact that like apparently the devil doesn't know how to work a computer, so he can't stop him. He can like make a whole other ship like appear and everything, but and I love that 15 seconds. Like that's all the time he's given.
Yeah, you know what would elevate this movie to a whole nother level?
Wow.
Is if the spirit of Jesus possessed Chris O'Donnell and they, battled to the death.
Yeah, like a literal like fist fight type
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I could see that.
It
It'd
would
be
be
like,
so stupid. Like they
it
just
would.
start kung fu moves and all that.
Oh, dude, it would be what's it called? Wishmaster 3 or 4,
Oh
which is the
yeah, that
one.
was
Which is the
so
one.
stupid, dude.
Yeah, where
Like it
like
was the
I
power
want
of
an
Gabriel or
angel.
whatever. Like an
Yeah, and it was
angel.
like, ugh, like come on.
Yeah, dude, that was cringy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing what annoyed me about that, I mean, this you could kind of see it working because they've built up, this mythology like this is the devil,
Yeah,
like the Christian idea of the devil, that's what this guy is. So, you know, it's already there. Where in the Wishmaster one, for example, it's like,
it comes out of nowhere.
yeah, it's like, like the jinn is like a like Arabic demon or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're gonna bring like these Christian elements into it, and it's like they've never been there before.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched. I still actually like that movie.
Yeah.
Like, Wishmaster is actually one of my favorite horror franchises. I just have a it's my guilty pleasure franchise.
Oh yeah.
Like, people shit on Wishmaster 2, and I think that's a great movie.
I like
Like,
Wishmaster 1 and 2.
I think they're fun as hell. 4, I like. I actually dig 3.
Yeah.
But, dude, you like, when they're in the church, and all of a sudden he has that big-ass sword and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
it's like,
what the
okay.
hell is this?
Yeah.
I like the look of that explosion, too.
Yeah. I find it funny that I think that's, like, that almost looks exactly like the Death Star exploding
Yeah,
in the
it
original
probably
Star
is.
Wars. Back, I mean, before they, like, went in and George Lucas went in and, like, CG'd it, you know?
Yeah. I
Just kind of
actually
like,
think this moon looks really realistic, too.
yeah.
Speaking of the moon, have you heard of that movie Moontrap?
Um, I was actually looking at something about it the other day. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, it's got Bruce Campbell in it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I love that.
That's like a
There's,
pirate ship on the moon.
yeah, I love that. It's like,
Yeah.
this is where everything that goes in the Bermuda Triangle, this is where it ends up.
Oh, is that the idea for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that makes all the planes and everything, like Amelia
Yeah.
Earhart's plane's probably there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I found that really just kind of neat, you know?
But what were you saying about Moontrap?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't even really figure out what type of movie it is.
Like, is he on the moon the whole time?
I,
Like, I wonder if that's...
I don't know.
One of us may have to bite the bullet and pick it up and see. I mean, it's got
Yeah,
Bruce
maybe.
Campbell. I mean...
Well, that's reason enough to pick it up. I mean, let's be
Yeah.
honest.
I hate when credits do that, where it's cast in order of appearance.
I
Like, I
know,
feel
it's
like
like,
it should be, like, caliber. You know what I mean? Like, leading man,
yeah.
and, you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, could you imagine if you did that with, like one of the Scream movies, for example?
Oh, yeah.
You know, they kill off a famous actor right at the beginning. It's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, so they'd get top billing.
Speaking of Scream, did you watch that commercial yet?
Not yet. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah, dude, definitely check it out. Tell me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm hyped just to see the original mask again.
Yeah. Yeah, right when we're done with this commentary, check it
Yeah.
out and tell me.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed this
Yeah.
commentary for Darkside of the Moon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's there's a lot more Unearthed film stuff to come. So if you made it
Yep.
this far and watch it with the movie, that was pretty badass. So
Yeah.
all right, guys, Corey's Crypt.
This BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.